I sniped an entry on the 30-second chart to make $738 in 1 hour. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I use the degenerate 30-second chart, then moved up to the 1-minute chart for confirmation, and then used the higher time frame 2R, which is my normal profit target, to yield me more out of that 30-second entry with very little risk. Okay, so let's jump right into it. So here we are on the charts. If you see all my previous videos, you know I do the same thing: liquidity sweep, entry model, stop loss below the liquidity sweep or below the impulse candle before the entry model, and then a 2R profit target. But today I got pretty creative, okay? And I'm going to show you exactly what I did, how I leveraged the precise entry of a 30-second chart and very tight stop loss of the 30-second chart to move up to the 1-minute chart to find the same entry model, right? And then go for the 2R on the 1-minute chart while maintaining my 30-second entry and my 30-second tight stop loss. Okay, so the first trade was a loser, and the catch is whenever you go to a lower time frame, data is less reliable than comparison to like the hourly or the daily or the weekly. The more data embedded into each candlestick is more reliable and give you higher odds. So the lower you go down in time frame, the more volatile it is, the more you'll get false signals and things like that. Okay, so you have to manage your risk properly. All right, so we got the liquidity sweep right here. We got a strong push up. After the liquidity sweep happens, this should be the direction for the day, most of the day, right? So we got my entry model right here. I entered, here's the neckline. I entered on the break right there to go long. Immediately I got stopped out. So the moment I got stopped out, I did understand and accept that I'm on the 30-second chart like a degenerate. Okay, so there's a lot of false signals here. That is my entry model, but we're very close to all-time highs. SPY didn't get there yet, and so I was still convicted on the long bias. So I'm like, okay, let me try it one more time because the sweep already happened. This is a big push up. You know, longs are still in control. So then we got another entry model right here, even higher quality than the first one. I entered on the break of the neckline right there, stop loss below the pivot point, and we began to run up. So I entered at 22 550s. I entered on 550s. My stop loss 536. That's 14 points. I'm only risking 14 points. So I go ahead and I go to the 1-minute time frame, and the goal on the 1-minute time frame is to look for the same entry model but on a higher time frame. Now if I clear this up a little bit, we'll see that my entry model on the 1-minute chart is right here, that double bottom, boom boom boom, right? And that's the neckline. I already entered down here on this blue line. As you can see, I already entered right there with 14 points worth of risk. Now the entry model occurred right here. This is an opportunity to add to the position. So I went ahead and added some more right there. I'm gonna change that line to blue. I added some more right there. The stop loss for this entry model on the 1-minute is actually at 545s, right between my entry and my stop loss on the 30-second chart. So what I'm going to do is keep the tight risk on the 30-second chart and go for the 2R on the 1-minute chart. Boom. And we're going for 2R, which is right here, 2R. So add to my position right there. We begin to run up, get edged on my profit target. Look how close my profit target was, bro. And a lot of people would trip on this. A lot of people will probably sell down here and get scared or whatever, but we never retested this entry level or this area of entry. We never retested it. So we came up, retested, got this beautiful little hammer right here, sitting beautifully on my area of entry on that neckline, right where I enter, sitting there. And then we end up clearing this retest, boom. Okay, and as soon as I saw that nice little pin bar right there sitting on my area of entry, I added to my position right here, moved my stop loss even further up. So now my risk is even more less because I had this beautiful entry on the 30-second chart, and then we rode it all the way up to my 2R where I took profits. So the first trade was a $900 L, right? I wanted to keep our lives very exciting, so I traded with 2 minis on the first trade. $900 L. My daily max loss is $1,000. I had $100 to make this work, and I went back in on my second trade with 2 minis. So I had a $100 drawdown with 2 minis on the line. But due to the precision on this 30-second chart and timing my ads properly, I ended up winning the trade for the day, right? And if you want to see this trade, we got extremely hype over that. 2 minis with 100 drawdown. That's crazy precision. But not only that, it's luck. I got lucky, okay? Because I could have got wicked out and it could have went in my direction. It didn't have to go the way it did. I got lucky. And that's not something that I will do continue on. But I got to be honest with you. I don't want to sit here and just flex. I want to tell you the truth as well. So I hope you got something out of this. How to leverage a smaller time frame for precise entry and tight stop loss, and how to leverage a higher time frame for very generous profit targets.